Hey everyone, we are back playing as Aumakua Kate up against HB, so it should be an interesting matchup. We do have Clod early, and we do have some events, but we don't have prepaid. So I think I'm going to mulligan, try and find either better economy or prepaid, and other things that we can install to get our Kate discount. They also take a mulligan. If this is Moons, we're in a bit of trouble. We're not very well teched against it. And now when you see HB across the table, you kind of have to assume it will be. But at least they've started with a hedge fund. That's not Moons. And fairly standard. Alright, we will try to draw. Just find a load of SMCs. Sure, we'll go into archives and we'll put down an SMC. Ideally we want to get Aumakua as kind of a primary breaker, but you know, the other breakers are A, necessary in case they purge, and B, useful to have. Also, it enables clot threat at least, so that is something. Now, nice and early, we should probably face check. Architect, we do gotta watch out for. We're playing the new Shaper Sentry Breaker as well, which gets better as you get more ice. So this becomes a decent server to attack. But they're getting themselves set up nicely. We will see what we can find. Again, don't really want to be playing the Deuces Wild without something good to go with it. But it looks like we might have to. Or we just set ourselves up with a second SMC. This is the problem I always seem to run into with prepaid decks, is that the prepaid voicepad doesn't show up, leaving myself just drawing endlessly. It's not as good value. But we'll see, it might be worth poking HQ. Maybe with this we can gain a credit and then expose the piece of ice and run, or expose a piece of ice here and run here. But let's try and draw into something good. Sure Gamble, always good to have. Clot is a little clunky at the moment. So instead we're going to put down Dean Lister, I think. That works well with Aumakua. And that's also when we want to be playing these Deuces Wild, is when we can expose and get some tokens for it. But unfortunately with the way things have kind of worked out, we may have to put that on the back burner. Now if we can find our legwork as well, it seems like a decent time to go for it. Oh no, they're just going to advance. Okay, well we have to try and force some reses at the very, very least. So we'll run server 1, we can click through Fairchild. If we want to res a second one, we can pay 6 on the run. It's just going to be Turing. So our code gate breaker is, I think it's Inversificator, which is too expensive to try and get out of here. We could triple click. Inversificator it is. We could use 3 clicks here to try and go through, and then SMC through this. I think it's worth a try. Could end up running into NAPD at the very, very end, but we'll see. Of course, if this is Fairchild 3, it means we're going to spend a lot of money. Oh no, we're just getting through. Cerebral. So it's going to be like that. We will trash. And end return. So we spent 3 clicks on getting a brain damage. That's not a great return for us. Still have 2 SMCs though. And we know what we're dealing with over here as well. We won't be able to use Aumakua for this. But we can Inversificator this over to a different server. Provided we can get some money. So they're going to double advance, but they're very poor. So now's a good time to try and find something. Maker's Eye could work here nicely. Let's credit, credit, and Maker's Eye. So we'll kind of get a glimpse at the rest of their deck, see what we're dealing with. And we get Priority Rec, which is great. Hence Login Protocol, ugh, always a pain. And we see Brainstorm, which isn't that surprising that they are playing it. So they drew the Enhanced Login Protocol. They're very poor. Now is not a great time for them to use it. And now they're going lateral, which is intriguing. So let's diesel, try and find ourselves some bits and pieces. All of these are okay. Pop this down. We'll pop Beth down and we'll take a look at one thing. Let's go for server 3. Might be able to get ourselves something here. Jackson, we'll leave it. We'll get rid of Clot for the moment, and we'll get rid of Juice's Wild, I think. Of course, we can use it to bump this up, but yeah, we're kind of struggling a little bit. Just things getting a little clunky. Them on 6 credits will get us 1 credit, which is neither here nor there. Could be looking at Brainstorm, which is always expensive. Let's draw. Let's draw again. We're in the interface. It's not great at the moment. We're kind of too poor. Put it down for the moment. And we'll pop him down because he... oh no, we can't. Never mind then. He's unique. So we'll actually throw him away. So we know Jackson's here. This is an unknown. HQ might be worth a poke. But we are quite broke at the same time. Install credit. So draw 1. Lucky find. We might just have to do it for the money. And we'll get Clone Chip for free. So that gets us Clot Threat at least. They're drawing a lot, but I'm not sure what they're drawing for. They've got this sitting here. Jackson, something. Legwork might be worthwhile. They're now replacing R&D Ice as well. Okay, let's get a draw going. Film Critic is kind of here nor there. Versificator's in hand if it's a Colgate here. Of course, we can find out, so let's just do this. So it is next bronze, but we can get through that with Aumakua easily enough. Let's run server 2 because it's kind of unknown. Yeah, Psychic Field. Lovely. So we lose some good things. We'll draw 2 obviously here. Maker's Eye, Quality Time. Maybe draw and could run R&D. Might be worth a go actually. Because 7 credits, there's not a lot they can hit us with. We've also built this up a decent amount. Macrophage, that's going to be annoying. So investigator costs us 6 and we cannot break it. So it's going to be trace. So if successful, purge, which is annoying. We do have one link to our name though. I think we allow the purge to fire. We keep the trash. Remove a virus from the game. We do have to break. So macrophage is going to be very, very annoying. We'll have to investigate it onto like archives or something. Somewhere we don't want to go all that often. No. 0 for in the run. They seem to be skipping the remove a virus from the game, which is clot. Oh no, they're just done out of order. Four credits is not a lot they can hit us with. Could be another macrophage. Loki. Ooh, Loki with macrophage. That's going to be annoying. And next wave 2, which we will take. And Aumakua should not have anything on it. So we need to set ourselves up for the longer game. I don't think we need Plascrete all that much. Although there was that deck doing the rounds that did all sorts of damage. Maybe Film Critic is one to drop. And should possibly have kept the Sure Gamble until we find our 3 prepaid voice pads in 19 cards. Might actually be worth quality timing, just drawing a bundle of cards and going that way, because again we are finding the wrong things. Gonna have to zoom out here. Sarah 5 is new. So we know Psychic Field, Jackson, unknown, possibly Edge World, possibly Psychic Field. Let's Diesel. And we're just having the worst luck with finding our bits and pieces that we really, really need. We could throw down Inti as a in case of emergency breaker. Or pay 1 for clone chip. I think we keep it. Oh no, we cannot do that as we do not have the memory. 2, 4, 5, of course. Let's put down clone chip. Pay the 1. Let's build for some sort of unassailable lockout. Macrophage, that is the problem. And more juice is wild. There we go, there's our prepaid. Maybe worth checking HQ. I should have exposed something different. Anyway, let's go for it. They're not going to res, which is a little strange. Just see Loki. Let's draw 2. None of these are quite what we need. get rid of Plascrete for the moment. And our Sentry Breaker has arrived at least. Going to be very good on R&D, less good on other servers. Psyche Field goes, something else in place of it. Lucky Find is decent. Let's draw. That's Lucky Find for not great value, but okay value. And we get our Sentry Breaker down. So yes, we're building an entire rig with our AI breaker on the board. It's not quite what you want. An Inversificator in the bin for 6 credits. Really need a lot more money before we go through that a lot. Macrophage going to have to move. Loki probably here. So with 8 cards left. Diesel is a smarter one. Enhanced Locking Protocol. That's fine. We're going to take a moment to set up. We don't need that breaker again. We can learn Laundry, Dirty Laundry here. So we know this is next, or we know the first one is next bronze. We don't know what this is. But let's check out HQ. Strength 3. Expensive to boost past that. Next bronze comes up. And if we can get Inversificator out, you know, there'll be a lot fewer issues. We just see Loki again. And let's draw one more, because we're binning Quality Time, and we are binning Aumakua. So our last 3 cards, 2 of them are prepaid voice pads. The integral bit of our economy. Levy is going to be pretty good though. So now we have 5 clicks, so we can draw all of our prepaids. We can draw the same old thing, which isn't super, maybe. Or we could same old thing legwork, which is decent. We could check out one of these servers as well. I think for the moment we... Do we? Let's go for this. If needs be, we can get our clot. I think next turn, or this turn, we Inversificate, or we get Inversificator at least. We can build up for Levy. Looks like we missed an agenda, unfortunately. Self-destruct chips. Okay, so our hand size is down to 3. So 5 clicks. We can same old thing legwork. Of course, if we lose Levy, that will suck. But I think we're okay to try this. We need to try and see what's in hand, whereabout we're looking. Next, silver. So that's going to be 2. And this is where next dice can stack up very, very quickly. So let's hopefully get some good stuff. Mushin no Shin, right. Let's try and get out of the trap at least. Jackson. It's probably worth trashing actually because they've 4 cards in the bin. And Loki again, my favourite card. Let's get ourselves prepaid. Let's pop it down. And I think just gain a credit. Or you know what, let's use this. Let's try and get into archives. Get rid of 1 Jackson. I think we should be able to deal with whatever this raw does here. Okay, just free money. They do have a Jackson on the board, right? Want to shuffle. How do I get rid of this? Apparently there's no way to do it. So, strange end to the game. Hopefully you enjoyed.